quick question. Now, at this point, now y'all done left the Universal there. Y'all going to college. At this point, did you put your name on any paperwork to become a partner?
Now listen, let's get to this. We go. It's steps by steps. Now look. Now this was part of SP's argument, right? Well, not even an argument. He brought this up in his response because of what I said during the interview. Now, speaking technically, I was a co-founder because I was not on paper, obviously, but technically, because I sat there at the table and we collectively came up with the idea to start this. So if we being technical, I was a co-founder, but not legally on paper because I was young, so they not gonna get no young nigga that fucking label and be like, yo, listen, this is your position over here. They not gonna do that.
Hold on, let me say something. You said you sat at the table when they started the company, and they came up and Styles came home, inspired the name D Block. When they went and
This, let me just throw that out there. Kiss wasn't part of this yet.
I ain't say Kiss. I said
No, I'm just putting that out there so everybody knows.
okay, all right. So when Styles inspired the name, so when they went and trademarked the name, did you put your name on the trademark for D
Of
Block?
course not, because I just told you I was a kid, so they're not gonna give me that title because I'm a kid.
All right, so all right, go ahead, finish your story, but keep this in mind that you're not a part of the LLC, you're not a part of the trademark, right? So when you keep saying we, understand that there's no we, is them.
Listen, man, I'm speaking technically. That's why I was very clear
Yeah,
when I
if
said
we're
technically.
speaking technically, it's them.
Now,
I gotta say something. Real quick.
Go ahead.
Yo, Joe, I told you that beginning speech for the same reason you talking about. You see, my name is not on Terror Squad Records. Neither is Punch. So now you're telling them now to say them. You see that? That's why they're not family to me. You understand? Now you just fucking answer my question. You just told J-Hood the same thing. All right, back up. I just wanted to make that point.
now, back to what we were saying. So now, when we get the Koch deal, right? We go sign the deal. We sitting at the table. I'm waiting for my attorney to get there. He's probably like 20 minutes late, but he's on his way. They have their attorneys there. Koch got their attorneys there. We had to sign two different agreements, right? Now, as I'm waiting on my lawyer to get there, they're trying to like convince me and press me to sign the paper. They're like, yo, you the only one that got to sign it. You know, as soon as you sign it, everybody funds will be released and all this, da da da. I'm like, let me wait for my lawyer to get here. Man, you ain't got to wait for him. We ain't going to jerk you, da 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 da. I'm like, just let me wait for him. He'll be here soon. They pressured me, and I fell for the pressure, and I signed the contract. You feel what I'm saying? And once I signed that contract, Loops took the contract. Was like, let me hold it. You gonna lose it and all this other type of shit. But like I said, if I wouldn't have signed that contract, that deal wouldn't have been solidified. So you could be like, yo, we, them, whatever type of semantics you want to use and all that. If I wouldn't have signed that paper, it wouldn't have went through. It would have had to go find somebody else.
So you telling me your lawyer was on the way. Now, when they pressured you, was it like you felt like you was gonna get your ass kicked, or did they pressure you like
Listen, I tried to explain it earlier in the interview when I was like, listen, I was just happy to be around niggas and I was looking at niggas like family. So when you're looking at niggas like family and you 17 years old and you around niggas that you consider OGs and big bros, you're not looking at them niggas like they're gonna do anything to put you in harm's way or put you in a position where they trying to take advantage of you and no shit like that.
I gotta disagree with you that because then why would you have a lawyer coming?
Because it's a business.
So if your lawyer's on the way, why would you? I know you was young and you was a kid and you caught up in the hype, these lots, but you knew these niggas since 13. You know what I'm saying? You talking about 4 years later, and you got your lawyer coming, right? For you to turn around and look back today and say that they fucked you when your lawyer was on the way, and all you had to do
Because first and foremost, if you an OG and you got a youngin, first and foremost, if you went through something and you experienced something while you was in the game and someone wronged you, or if you feel they wronged you, you're absolutely not supposed to do the same thing that person did to you. So being an OG and people knowing that this person looks up to you in a certain light, you're supposed to carry yourself as such and make sure that you're not putting that man or that child in no situation where he's not supposed to be in. So me being naive, I looked at them niggas like, yo, they would never do no shit like that. So being young, people do shit at a young age when you're not knowledgeable to certain shit. And that's just one of those things that took place. I never said they fucked me. So I don't want to use that word. That's not where the fuck me part came in. No rainbow. The part where they fucked me was when the label said they cut the $60,000 check and I wasn't aware of that and I never received the money. That's the part where I got fucked at. You feel what I'm saying? Like all that other shit with the contract, yeah, that's cool. My contract wasn't bad like that, but it was the part when the funds got missing. That's what that was like the icing on the cake. You feel what I'm saying? Because I was already waiting for, after we had signed that Koch deal, I was waiting for my advance. I say you probably supposed to wait like what, 4 weeks, 3 weeks at the most, 4 weeks or some shit like that to get your advance. The advance was like 25,000. Now I had to wait an extra like 2 weeks to get that advance because SP had borrowed that same amount of money out the D Block account, and they told me I had to wait till he replaced it to get my money. So it was some not really Debo shit, but I wasn't supposed to be waiting like that. But while I was waiting, it just so happened that my house burned down and I lost everything. So when my house burned down, I'm on the news and all that other type of shit. Niggas ain't come together, put me together no package. Niggas ain't do none of that type of shit. I had to go live with a friend. Red Cross had to help my mom's out. And my funds finally got released after a couple of weeks and I had to get a new crib, replace everything and all that type of shit. And I went down to the label, which was something I never really did because I let Luch do that. Something told me just go down there and check on things because I didn't like the way that they was handling my project. When it was time for Sheik's project to come out, he was down there getting things done regularly. When it was time for my project to come out, I didn't see the same effort being put forth. Like, you know what I mean? So I went down there to check on things. And it just so happened when I went down there to check Alan Grumpler, how you pronounce his name, he was like, listen, I'm terribly sorry about what happened. We heard about the news. We really hope that what we was able to give you helps you out. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, we cut you a $60,000 check. The guys came down here and told us that you needed it. You had a situation. So we cut you a check and we hope that helped out. I'm like, what you talking about? And he looked at me like I was from Jupiter. Like, so that's when I'm like, hold up, man. Well, this is crazy. So y'all cut me a check for $60K and I ain't even getting none of that. And that's when the turmoil was already happening, but that's like what put everything over the top. So that's when that's the only part that I would be like, yo, they did some other shit.
All right. Let me just take it back for a minute. All right, you met these dudes when you was 13, going back all the way back. All right. What year was that when they picked you up as an artist?
Officially?
Yeah. No, unofficially.
Unofficially, probably like 2000 because originally I was supposed to sign a Rough Riders. You know what I mean?
So 2000, and then you signed with them in what year?
We signed our first deal, I think, probably like 2002, maybe 2002, 2003.
From 2000 to 2002, have any of them put money in your pocket?
When you say money, from advances, or are you just talking about money, period?
Nah, out their own pocket.
I mean, like, it depends what you consider money. $15, $20 here to go get food and shit like that, yeah.